Hello, beautiful butterflies. Welcome to Mariposa Wisdom. I'm Jennifer Love. I'm an angel intuitive and life coach. If you want to learn more about me, you can visit jenniferlove.me. Today's reading is February Love Predictions, pick a card reading. I just wanted to reiterate that, intuitive readings are meant to empower you. They're not predictive as a way to kind of restrict your life choices. Everyone has free will, and that's what makes intuitive reading so cool. You get some advice to maybe make different choices, and if you don't want to, you don't want to. If you don't like the outcome, you're always free to change it. So I hope my readings empower people and not create a lot of anxiety or fear around this area of your life. What else? So I do have the monthly predictions up for a majority of the signs. If you want to check, your February 2020 monthly predictions, they're there. I think I have 4 more signs to do, but the rest are all there. So, and I'll probably get those done today or tomorrow. So we'll see. As long as it stays quiet in my house, that's key for my doing readings. So let's get started with your pick a card. So pile 1 is the Carnelian, so that's a nice orangey red. Pile 2 is Selenite, and pile 3 is Labradorite. So these are your 3 choices. You can pause the video if you need to and think about which stone is calling to you at this time to give you some love messages for February. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. So let's see with the Carnelian people what is going on. So overall, just throw out a few cards here so I can get a general idea of what's going on. So, there's definitely some kind of commitment here that you may have been separated from. Yeah, so recently you have kind of were in the getting to know you phase with someone and you separated for some reason. Either that person wasn't right for you, or they were interested in you weren't, or you were interested in they weren't. And both of you kind of separated as part of your kind of illumination and growth, because I've got the Hierophant and then the Sun. So there was some kind of commitment, but then there was some kind of separation. So I've got, separation and the 8 of Cups. So they're both, kind of meaning the same thing. You're walking away. But it's for your own growth and evolving. There's also a warning here to not dismiss the red flags. So this, you were kind of in the getting to know you phase. You may have had seen some things that were concerning to you in regards to their behavior, red flags. Oh, they drank a lot on that first date or whatever. Some of their behaviors may have been anger-filled or jealous, that kind of thing. So I kind of feel like you were there with someone and then have now separated. So let's find out what else is coming for February. Yeah, so you need to really think it through. Think that relationship that you just had, the last, interaction that you just had. Really think it through. That person wasn't hearing you. And you definitely can have success because you have strength. Success is here. So I really feel like drop the fucking ego. That's nice. So I really feel like you were a little bit too much in your head, maybe, or maybe your standards were too high for what you're looking for this person. this person's trying to take responsibility for their actions, and they know you're a high value person, but for some reason this just didn't work out. You may be dealing with a Taurus. This may have been a karmic relationship. Yeah, this person really knows that you're very high value. They feel like you deserve the best in life. They are really scared of losing you, and feel like, honesty is the most important thing to be focusing on right now. So I feel like communication was an issue because they weren't hearing you. And, you were trying to be successful with this person and get to know them, but there was some kind of miscommunication, or like I said, red flags that kind of, made you guys part. And I'm not sure, it's not absolutely clear if, you left them or they left you, but, kind of the overall, theme is that this is a warning. Either, you're not picking the right people, or your behavior is kind of driving them away, or making it difficult to maintain a relationship with you. And so, I just wanted to say here that I'm not the kind of reader that is going to sugarcoat a situation that I'm seeing. I'm always very real and honest, and if that's not, the kind of style you're used to or that you like, please feel free to click off. It's not, I don't take it personally. It's just, every, intuitive has their own style, and mine is very straightforward and direct. I just get the messages and I give it out. I don't try to cut it off or filter it. So if that's not the kind of reading you signed up for, then please feel free to find someone else. There's so many great readers on YouTube. I have a lot of favorites myself. So yeah, I just wanted to say that there, because this reading is a little harsh. I could feel it. I know that. I could feel the energy of the person who will be watching this, and they feel a little bit attacked. And I don't want you to feel that way. I don't want you to feel defensive or attacked, even though you need to drop your ego. That's a message from your angels. It's not from me. And I really do feel like it's, this feels like it's busting your ass. Like, it feels like really rough and harsh. But you deserve the best, and this other person knows you deserve the best too. And so, either you're going to separate and grow apart, or you're going to separate, do some growth, and come back together. So let's see, what we could do to fix this. So, be supportive, make an effort to show that you care. So if perhaps you came off a little bit cold or distant to your loved one, to your partner, this is more of a signal to make more of an effort, to try to understand them, try to forgive. They may have done something that, was dishonest, or you didn't like it, and they're really trying to take responsibility for their own actions, so just know that. Yeah. Yeah, there's some kind of conflict here, and I feel like from the picture, it looks like, the masculine is kind of suffering all alone, and the feminine needs to come in and resolve the conflict. So if you're identifying with the divine feminine, you might be the one that needs to take action to resolve this situation if you do want to be with this person. I also see this really interesting, this kind of rocks and candles. If you've been doing some kind of healing spell work, I think that is, that's definitely helping the situation. So please continue to do that, but just be careful with love spells if you don't know what you're doing. Love spells can backfire drastically. I speak from experience, unfortunately, and I've heard from other people that I know as well that, if you're doing a love spell with someone, you're you're bonding yourself to that person. And then when the relationship doesn't work out and you just want to get over it, hey, guess what? Your love spell's still working and you're still bonded to that person. It just makes the pain of separation more intense for you. Probably for the other person too, but you don't want that. Just try not to do love spells for a specific person. Just if you're going to do a love spell, just make it so, please bring me my greatest and highest good. Please bring me someone that has these qualities, stuff like that. Very general. You don't want to limit the universe in any way of bringing you abundance. Some more advice, balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So just because you had a fight doesn't mean that, it's over for good. If you know how to fight fair, if you know how to communicate well and resolve conflict, then, this could absolutely be saved. Just because you're separated now doesn't mean it's going to always be like that. If you can, get out of your own ego and come from a loving place, I really feel like, you can, make this situation better. Just because there's red flags doesn't mean like all is lost. And you might be dealing with a Taurus. I don't know if I said that or not. Yeah, I really feel like this is like a holding period for you. This is the Oracle. It's kind of it's kind of like waiting for information. So kind of being in the space of holding space and waiting until those intuitive messages come to you and you're guided to take action. So if you know what action you need to take, then go ahead and do that. But if you're kind of not sure, like, where am I supposed to go from here? What am I supposed to do with this, person? Then wait, and you will get the intuitive guidance to know kind of what to do next. Change in direction. So you're going to have to change the way that you do things if you want to be with this person. And it might be, you need to change behavior on your part, or this person needs to change something. But I really feel like something needs to change here. And if you want that, commitment and that, happy ending with this person, they're not hearing you. You're not communicating well. They are trying to take responsibility for their part, but you also have to take responsibility for your part. And I kind of feel like, it's definite, like, success will be yours. But you have to do stuff. Like, you can't just, get back together. You kind of have to work on it. Either work on your communication issues, work on your differences, work on, resolving that conflict, because you're a very strong person. So I feel like this person feels that about you and is willing to work with you, but does need, some, effort on your part, and also that, to really try to step out of your ego when you're dealing with this person, because they really need that support from you, non-judgmental support and forgiveness. So this will come to a peaceful resolution, I feel, and I really do kind of feel like this is a temporary separation, and you will, come back together either to get some closure in the relationship, or, really work on and solve your issues and move forward together in a commitment. So definitely, like, if you're the feminine, and mostly it's women watching these videos, take this step. You have to express your love to this person, express forgiveness, tell them the part that you're responsible for, and what, actions or behaviors you take, credit for, and then also what kind of actions and behaviors you want from them in order to kind of be in this relationship moving forward. So I hope you enjoyed that little February love prediction. If this resonated with you, please feel free to drop a comment and let me know your situation. I would love to hear about it. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm new and I'm trying to grow. I would love to do more pick a card readings. If you have suggestions for questions for pick a card readings, please feel free to drop a comment. You could, share this with anyone you would like to, and subscribe. And so I'll be back, next week with another pick a card, but enjoy and thank you for watching. Now we're going to get going with pile number 2. So let's see what pile number 2 is all about. Pile number 2 is the Selenite. So let's see. Here's Selenite, pile number 2. Okay. I am just going to grab a quick drink of water from my rose quartz bottle, because I talk and talk and talk and get dry mouth. Okay. Pile 2. Let's see what's going on overall. Passion. So we're feeling passion, or we need to feel passion. And if you've lost passion for life, if it seems kind of dull or lackluster, then find some reason to get passionate about life again, because people want to be with people who are happy and fulfilled. And so if you're not with somebody, then you definitely want to sorry, I'm distracted by the cards now. You definitely want to be with someone who, makes you happy and is a joy to be around. So I kind of feel like love will be coming in for you in February, pile 2. It could be someone that you've had a past life relationship with, hence the very passionate type of connection that you might have. And I want you to know that I need you to keep an open mind when you meet this person, because they might not be your regular type. If you go for, the certain kind of guy all the time, or you go for the certain kind of woman constantly, then this person that's coming in is going to be a little bit different. But just to know that it is safe for you to open up your heart and receive love and affection from this person. They could be a Virgo or another earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. There will be a love offer from this person, this Ace of Cups. So I feel like, someone is coming in. It's going to be a very passionate connection. They may not be your normal type, but you might go through like a little period of stepping back when you first meet them, because you're unsure about this person. You're not feeling like 100% confident or attracted, or just because they're not your typical guy or girl, that you feel like you're not sure and you kind of pull back. But this is the beginning of love. So even, you do kind of pull back and like think about stuff and do some soul searching, I really feel like your, results are coming. You're going to see, love develop from this, because, Ace of Cups and love beginning. This person might display some immature emotions, and that's why it makes you feel a little bit unsure, because if you're a happy, whole, healthy person and someone is not acting like an adult, it's very much a turnoff. And I think I need more cards, but okay, Harvest. So I think, the emotions will develop. I think I kind of feel like this person will come off very romantic and a little bit over the top. And that will make you feel like, are you in high school? Like, this is so immature. We don't do this anymore. Let's act real. And I think, this person is just excited about you. They're, excited to be a possibility in your life. And so I think if you really like work on kind of cultivating this and growing it, it will develop into something. But like I said, you might be turned off at first, so that's going to be a little bit of a hurdle for you to get over, um, especially if someone displays like super immature emotions. That's annoying. Um, Wishing on a star. So I really feel like you are this person's wish. This person has manifested you into their life. Um, Even though you might be manifesting love yourself, I feel like this person really feels like you're their dream come true. You are their perfect person. Even if, you know, you feel like this is not my normal type of connection at all, this person feels like you're the perfect one for me. They feel like you're the only person that gets them. Like you're just, they're totally into it. You just feel super perfect for them. They're wondering if they're good enough for you, honestly, because they feel like they might be putting you on a pedestal or something. This person could be an Aquarius, and Aquarius energy can come off like a lack of depth to water and fire signs. So if you're a water or fire sign and you're dealing with an Aquarius, their feelings can seem very surface and shallow, especially for the water signs, because I'm a Scorpio. We feel really deep. There's nothing superficial about any of our relationships. So when you are dealing with an air sign, and especially Aquarius, it could feel like a little bit surface, and that might feel immature to you. And you know, even the fire signs are super passionate. They're super into it, or they're not. So I feel like this person could be making you feel like, I don't know, that they don't seem too excited about me, but just know that they are. You're their dream person. You need to slow down. Like I said, you know, you might be turned off by this person. You might pull back, and that's fine, you know, to pull back and do some soul searching and just proceed with the relationship really slowly, because over time you will develop feelings for this person. It's the beginning of love. It's not going to be true love at first sight. It's going to take some time to develop. This person is working very hard towards building a future. They're working on their career. They're working on their abundance. They're working on building a solid foundation to offer a partner. They're very serious about building like a lifelong commitment, building kind of a financial status, you know, savings, buying a home, all of those things. They're working towards a future that they see for you. So, you know, kind of value that in your partner, that, you know, when they are working very hard, it is because they want to be a good provider, or like a good half of the partnership that is between you. This person might feel a little bit, they might feel the need to protect themselves a little bit, their heart, because they're so into you, because you're like their dream girl, dream guy, and they're worried that they're not good enough. So it kind of comes off like a little bit standoffish, maybe, because they're kind of protecting their own heart from getting hurt. They want to know that you're kind of all in or very into them before they kind of reveal all their feelings. So that might be, you know, kind of what's coming off as an immature emotion to you. If they're not expressing anything and you're like, I don't even know if this person likes me, it's just because they are more reserved, and they need to know that you are, you know, when you do this pulling away thing, they need to know that you're actually interested and into it, in order for them to get more emotionally invested. They're very passionate about you. Let's just, like, I can get very sexual, but I'm not. It's just going to be like, they want you. It's very passionate. So this is appreciate the moment. So kind of, you know, taking a step back, even, you know, every situation that you're in has an opportunity to grow and find love. So even the relationships that you think, this may not work out, I don't know if I should bother, even that, you can find a way to grow from that opportunity when you're, trying to figure out whether or not this person is right for you. It doesn't mean you have to like completely cut them off and stop dating them. It's just like, let's appreciate this moment. Let's go out and have a good time and get to know each other. And then, if it doesn't work out, well, at least we had, some nice moments that we shared. It doesn't have to be all intimate or anything. It just could be like, hey, we're just two people hanging out, getting to know each other. So, that could just be, a way to just kind of not live in the past or live having anxiety about the future, but just really try to be present and live in the now. What is going on right now? You can't predict your future 10 years with this person. Don't even try. So just appreciate what's happening right now. Appreciate the moment that you're sharing. It could be very important to establish your boundaries with this person because they are so passionate about you, because they are so into you and they think you're their you're the one and only. They might want to accelerate, kind of commitment right away, or accelerate having sex right away. And you don't have to do that. You absolutely can maintain your own boundaries and say, I'd really like to get to know you better first before I, agree to be exclusive. Or, I really need to be exclusive before we sleep together. So, don't be afraid to have boundaries around any relationship, really, but especially this person. They're going to try to push forward, and you need to slow down. There's a definite message here to slow down. And, it's okay to take that step back and think about it. It's okay to feel like a little bit isolated and alone while you consider, your options. And just don't be afraid that this is the only option available to you. If you establish boundaries and this person gets upset and walks away, that is so their problem and not yours. People who don't respect boundaries are usually people that have very low self-esteem themselves, or they don't know how to establish boundaries for themselves, so they don't recognize boundaries in other people. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't have them and maintain them, because that's healthy for you to take care of yourself. So definitely don't be scared to do that. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So it's kind of like this, appreciate this moment. I kind of feel like it's really similar. That, even if, this relationship ends up being a mistake, what you consider a mistake, there really are no mistakes. It's just about new opportunities and opportunities to learn and grow. And, every relationship that you're in, you have to agree that it has given you more understanding about life and love, right? So, sometimes our relationships are just supposed to do that. They're just supposed to be about us learning and growing. And that could be what's going on. Connect to confidence. So I really feel intuitively that this is around your boundaries. You have to feel confident that you have a lot to offer, and you are a worthwhile person to be with and love and date, and you're lovable and you're loved and you have self-love, and all of those things mean that you can safely have boundaries and, stand up for yourself. Even if it's something simple like, I don't like to talk on the phone after 10 because I'm tired and I want to go to sleep, stuff like that, and then they're calling you after 10, like, you don't have to take the call. If you've kind of told them, please call me before 9 or 10, and they just refuse to do that, and they're like, oh, well, I'm busy, and da-da-da. And yeah, but my boundary is that I need you to call before 10, so I'm not going to answer the phone. if you call me after that time because I'm asleep and the phone's turned off. So it's just kind of like those kinds of things, like feeling confident that you are lovable and anyone in their healthy right mind is going to see what a wonderful person you are and how much you have to offer. So asserting yourself around things that keep you healthy is not going to turn off a person that is meant for you. If someone is really this into you, you're their perfect person, the fact that you don't take calls after 10 will not deter them in any way, shape, or form. They will figure out their own schedule to find a way, perfect time to call you. So, just think about like if, let's think about a man who had the opportunity to date a Victoria's Secret model, right? And she was like, well, I'm only free on Tuesday, but not any other time. Do you think that man is not going to clear his whole calendar on Tuesday to take that woman out? Absolutely. He's going to like move heaven and earth to fit that in his schedule because he wants that person. So think about yourself as this highly valued, highly desirable person. I'm not saying play hard to get. I'm not saying be difficult. I'm not saying like be demanding. It's about knowing yourself, knowing what you want, and being able to communicate that to other people so that they respect you as a person. So if you have any questions about boundaries, there's a great book called Boundaries by Cloud and Townsend. And, feel free to message me if you want me to send you a link or whatever. But it's so, so important for a healthy relationship. And that's why I went on and on about it. Sorry. Your angels are saying to look for a sign. So you'll know, I think, intuitively if this person is right for you or not. I have to say, there is love here. There is passion here. But there are also things that give me pause and make me have concerns about this person and their immature emotions and, kind of their, I don't want to say lack of boundaries, but if they don't respect your boundaries, that's a huge issue. So, definitely, look for signs that this is the right person, that this is what is meant for you. Trust in higher forces. So the shaman is really, about having that connection to your spirit guides and angels and ancestors. This pile 2 in particular, does have a very strong connection intuitively to their higher self, God, universe, source, angels, spirit guides, and ancestors, and you know how to access that information whether you're aware of it or not. And just the fact that you picked selenite, this is very clearing. It's also helps you connect intuitively. It kind of raises your vibration. So intuitively you chose that stone, and this is also confirming that you have a connection to the divine. So they're going to give you signs to know that this is something to move forward or this is something to just learn from. And so you'll know the difference if you haven't met this person, or if you know this person that I'm talking about and you're going through this right now, look for a sign or ask for a sign. You can say to your angels, please show me something that will help me decide, or please let me know that so-and-so is the right person. And then you'll hear a song, or you'll see a feather, or you find coins on the ground, or whatever your sign from your angels is, to know that, this is a good relationship for you to have. Okay, so I hope that reading was helpful for you. Please let me know in the comments if anything resonated for you. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm new and I'm really trying to grow. I would love to do more pick a card readings. I have done, monthly prediction readings for your astrological sign if you want to look at that. If you do have more suggestions for questions that you'd like to see in future pick a card readings, please leave those comments below. I will definitely get to that and do that, I will see you next week for another pick a card reading. So have a great day, and we'll see you later, pile 2. Let's get on to pile 3. Get all my cards together. Sorry, I really need water again because I get tired. All right. So, pile 3. Pile 3, you chose the Labradorite crystal. And so we're going to get going with your February love prediction and see what's going on for you. Cool. Well, I definitely see that there's something that you're getting over someone, or you are kind of accepting a situation as it is. The real key to having kind of releasing someone or getting closure is accepting that that relationship wasn't what you wanted. It ultimately wasn't what you wanted. And it's easy to kind of reminisce about the good times instead of accepting the reality of the situation, which is that this person wasn't the right person. This person didn't want to commit to you. This person, displayed behavior that was unhealthy. So, you really don't want a long-term relationship with an unhealthy person, right? You don't really want a long-term relationship with someone that doesn't want to be committed to you. So don't idealize and kind of project these fantasies onto a relationship that has ended, that, oh my gosh, it could have been blah. He had so much potential to be blah. You cannot live on potential, and you cannot live in the fantasy. All that matters are their actions and behaviors right now. So obviously, you're separated from them for a reason. Remember that reason and use that as closure to help you release and let go. If you need to, do something, you can do some kind of ritual at the full moon to kind of release this person. There's a lot of different, releasing rituals and all that stuff. I feel like finances and career are kind of a focus for you right now. I know this is a love reading, but when your finances or career aren't in order, it is kind of hard to give attention to your love life. So it's kind of just a heads up from the angels that are like, yeah, we know you're kind of stressed about this right now. So we're working on that with you. There is indication that you need to focus on loving yourself first. And I kind of feel like that's why I was guided to say all that stuff in the beginning about releasing and letting go, because, the separation or the breakup was actually good for you. It was healthy for you. It was a way that you were showing that you're honoring yourself by saying, I'm not going to accept that behavior. I'm not going to accept someone who treats me this way. I'm not going to accept someone who doesn't want to be 100% committed or invested in me. I'm not going to accept someone who doesn't want to spend time with me. So I really feel like right now you're kind of coming back into balance with yourself, and you're really recognizing that, I love myself. I'm fine by myself. I don't need someone. I would like to have someone in my life. And, I really feel like you're working on, to me, this card's always like balancing the masculine and the feminine, and it's also balancing, fire and water. So you could have been dealing with a fire sign if you're a water sign, or if you're a water sign, vice versa. But I feel like this is a real period of you kind of reflecting on that last relationship, and you're going, this is very similar to pile 1, by the way. And so you might want to look at pile 1 if this is resonating or maybe not resonating with you. Yeah, so you're really working on trying to balance your energy, balance the masculine and feminine, and loving yourself first. But the best part about this pile three, is that there's a love offer coming soon, and it's a true love offer. So don't be crying in your Cheerios about that relationship that ended before, because what's coming is so much better. That is the great news about this. This is very healthy. Letting go of the old stuff, working on loving yourself and rebuilding yourself, and then the true love comes in. This is the perfect scenario, in my opinion, that it's going to come by summertime. It's not going to be February, I hate to say. You might meet this person when you're on vacation or taking a trip. This, is absolutely part of your soul journey. So, the fact that you had this relationship, you broke up with this person, and now you're taking a period of like reflecting and working on yourself. This is all part of your journey. This is all meant to happen. Just be really honest with yourself about what you want, about, any mistakes that you may think you have made or didn't, and just be really real with yourself this month to kind of like regroup and figure out, what you want going forward. This is going to be like a magic connection. This is going to be like freaking amazing. You want this true love coming in. This person's going to feel like they've never felt like this before with anyone. So you might be, this person could be a Gemini. They might have not really felt that deeply before. Like air signs, this is another like thing I always say. Air signs just don't, kind of have the depth of emotion the way that water signs and fire signs do. Even earth signs can be very like grounded and feel very deeply, but the air signs are more about like, I'm feeling this right now, but I may not 5 minutes from now. And then, so when this person, when you meet this person, they might just be like, whoa, like I've never felt this way about anybody. This connection is really amazing. And, yeah, this person may never even have been in love before. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that saddens me a lot for some reason. But, if you just haven't been loved, you haven't been loved. They might get scared about, what they're feeling because they've never felt this way before. But just know that they do want to do everything right with you. They want to be that person that's like your king, your hero. They want to be your hero. So they will do what's necessary to build the foundation for this relationship. And even if that means like facing their fear of like relationships or facing their fear of love, they may have been really burned in the past or have never been in love before, and they absolutely have not been married before. I really feel that. So this person may have had long-term relationships, but they've never been married. So yeah, they've never been in love before. So I just keep getting it over and over. Like attracts like. So if you want love, you have to be in love with life. You have to be in love with yourself, because you can't be like sad and depressed and lonely, and then all you're going to attract is other people who are sad and depressed and lonely. So, if you, and you're saying, how do you be love? How do you, see love in everything? See love in your whole life. When you're like walking down the street and you see a mother, taking care of her child, that's love. There's so much love between those two. She will care for that child and do absolutely everything. If you see, a couple walking together, that's love. You can appreciate their love, even though, you're not in that relationship, obviously, but you can feel their love. You can appreciate their love and see it. If someone like drops something and then you bend down and help them pick it up, that's love. You're showing like love for your, fellow neighbor. You're showing love for just life in general. If you were just like out there, at a concert having fun, you were just showing love for life. So there's lots of ways to feel love. You just want to be at the highest vibration that you possibly can. This is awesome. Abundance. So you can see in this picture, there's just like jewels and money everywhere, and like the angels just like dumping crystals from heaven. And so when you do, this is more of like what I said about before about, kind of focusing on your finances and career. When you're like, you got out of an old relationship, you're going to focus on yourself, focus on building your foundation, focus on building your abundance. And then when you raise your vibration that way by loving yourself, then this true love is going to come in. And I really do feel like it's going to be sometime in the summertime. Forgiveness. So it says, stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So while, we are kind of sad that last relationship is over, let's forgive ourselves and stop focusing our energy on that past situation, because there's so many great things coming. This abundance is coming. This true love is coming. Your soul is on a journey. This is like you're full of love and life. So forgive yourself. You were meant to do that. This is part of your journey. You were meant to be in that relationship. You were meant to experience that, and it's over now. You've learned the lesson. And so now you're just going to love yourself and move on. So forgive yourself and forgive the other person too. You're not saying that what they did was okay, but you are saying that you're not going to carry that burden anymore, and you're just going to forgive them and know that everybody does the best that they can with the information and awareness that they have at the time. And so that person was just operating under that principle too. Like they were just doing the best that they had with their awareness and experiences that they had at the time. So were you. So forgive yourself, forgive the other person. Release and surrender. So there's another release. The surrender is interesting to me because I chose that word for 2020. How people kind of choose a theme for the year, something they're going to work on. I wanted to work on surrender and surrendering to what life has to offer, not trying to control everything and force things and force relationships and force, employment situations that aren't right for me. If you just kind of accept that the universe has your best interest in mind, and you're just going to kind of release and surrender and say, okay, angels, like I know you have the ultimate plan for me, and I may not know what it is, but I know it's amazing. And so I am just going to surrender and follow my divine guidance and move forward. You don't have to see 50 steps ahead of you. You only have to see that next step. So that's part of surrender, is not trying to control everything, not trying to plan everything out 10 years. I'm so guilty of that, by the way. So surrender, yeah. And then release. Release is definitely like you're just letting go of that old stuff. You're letting go of any past mistakes you feel you've made, and you're just going to learn from it and move on. There is like a huge financial opportunity coming for you. I mean, this can also indicate opportunity and love, but for me right now, for February, I'm kind of feeling that there's a financial opportunity for you. I know this isn't a finance reading or career reading, but if it comes up, I have to say it. The finances and career, the abundance, and now this opportunity, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of indications that, abundance is a thing for you right now. I'm getting so confused with moving the camera back and forth. Money. There's so many great opportunities happening for you right now. I don't know if it's you're going to get seriously cash, it's going to be your tax refunds coming, or it's just there's going to be so many great opportunities for you to learn and grow, to have fun with your friends. opportunities for career advancement, opportunities for investing your money, and making good choices with your money. So yeah, this is really nice, guys. This is like a lot of good abundance coming your way. So when I was shuffling, two of these cards came out, so I wanted to include them both. The Sage is about, it says be devoted and committed, and then the Star Ancestor, sorry, following the voice of your soul. So I feel like these are related, to be honest. The Star Ancestor is kind of an indication that you may be a star seed. If you know what that is, you can look it up. I'm not well versed in it, but it's more about, your soul has been part of the cosmos for a very long time, and you already know all the answers within if you can just access it and kind of listen to your guidance. You will know what to do because the messages are coming directly from your own soul. And it's kind of like, yeah, I don't want to get into the star seeds, but there's just a very purposeful message in this card about, your life purpose and listening to divine guidance related to your life purpose. So if that, resonates with you, cool. The Sage is more about like being willing to do that journey, like being willing to develop and learn and grow and be the best you that you could possibly be. It's really about also, like you see this person like writing and taking notes. It's about learning from your experiences. It's about how your knowledge and life experiences will give you really great insights. You could be guided to start a blog or write a book. And it's really about, it's kind of similar to the Star Answer. Why do I keep saying answer? Because I guess you have all the answers within the Star Ancestor card. It's really similar to this. They're very similar in message because the answers you're seeking are within you, or they're like part of your divine guidance if you would just stop and listen. So yeah, that is your February love prediction. So basically, like I said, summing it up, you're releasing this old thing, surrendering to what life has in store for you. There are some great financial and abundance opportunities coming up for you. Work on your soul journey, work on loving yourself, work on forgiveness, and then guess what? True love just happens. With a magical connection. True love will just happen. And it might happen on a trip. And the more you raise your vibration, the more you surrender and move forward on your soul journey, the faster this is all going to happen. But it's a little bit predictive for the summertime. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please let me know if anything resonated for you, or if it doesn't, you could pick another pile or watch another reading. And please come back and tell me, all those opportunities that you get, and when your true love comes, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear all the stories. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm new and I'm really trying to grow and reach more people. I love doing readings. If you'd like a personal reading, you can visit jenniferlove.me. Yeah, so I will be doing more pick-a-cards. If you have any questions that you want in a pick-a-card reading, feel free to comment and leave that below. I will read all the comments. And then, yeah, so I hope that was helpful for you. And I will see you next week with another pick-a-card reading. Take care. Bye.